JL Mix.
Yo, what up everyone? Welcome to JL Mix, and I have here another barber tutorial for you guys that want to learn how to cut hair. And my client here is getting the crop top, mid skin fade on the sides, and just the corners will be lined up, not the whole front. So over here right now I am just cutting off the bangs, leaving some hair, not too long, but long enough to, crop top length. And I'm cutting it, if you notice the way, just kind of snipping it towards at it, not cutting it like directly straight, because that would kind of give them a bowl cut if anything. But yeah, so I'm just kind of snipping at it the length that I would want it, just from the tip of the scissors, just like that. And yeah, so just all across, but not really trying to make it like a straight line. See the middle part right there, kind of a little bit longer. And then right here I'm starting at the front, kind of where I started the bangs. I'm cutting about half an inch off, so I'm starting in the middle and then working my way to the right side, kind of evening it out. So I'm doing a scissor over comb, then I go back to the middle, and then I work my way to the left side. So just like I'm doing right here, you see. And yeah, kind of evening it out just to double check my work, make sure I didn't leave any long hairs hanging out. And then what I do, this is my technique, but I start from the middle, try to be as center as possible of the hair, and start from the front and work my way to the back and even it out to the desired length, which is like a half an inch off the top. And then I go back towards the front, towards the middle, and then slowly work my way from right and then going to the left. So right here I started like mid right, and then I'm working my way to the back, making sure everything's even, like so. I know it kind of sounds confusing when I'm saying it, but this is kind of my technique that I use. I know it's different probably from what other barbers do, but this is what works for me, so I'm just showing you what I do. If you have your other technique, then so be it. Alright, and right here I'm using, I believe, the number 4 guard to just remove bulk on the sides, since I will be doing a skin fade on him. Usually when I see the hair is like a little bit longer than usual, I do start with the 4, but if it's still short, usually if they come back for like within a week or two, I use the number 2. So right there I show you number 4 guard, and then I work my way down to a number 2 guard. So here I'm just going to that guideline I made with the number 4 guard. I'm going up. So with the 4 guard earlier, I showed you like I was using the comb as a guideline, so that way I don't really go too high on the number 4 guard. See how clean it made it kind of look. And then right here, I don't really need a comb for number 2, because that guideline I made with the number 4, that makes sense, is there. So I don't really push too hard when I fade with the number 2 guard. So, and then over here I saw some excessive hair hanging out, so I'm just doing clipper and scissors with that, and just kind of cutting the hair that's hanging out from the sides, so that way I have more room to work with. And then here is my first guideline for the mid skin fade. Just try to make it as straight as possible all the way around. And I know some people usually would have a hard time getting rid of this bald guideline, but it took me a while, honestly, to really try to figure it out. But once you start doing it more often and find your technique, you should be able to get it down. And then just using my bald trimmers just to get rid of all that hair under the guideline that I made. So just removing all that bulk with that. Alright, and then I will be using my balders, if that makes sense. Not the trimmer, but so I'm starting with the lever open and going about 1/2 inch up. So remember to start with it open and go all the way around is what I usually do. And then I kind of go over it again just to, make sure it's all clean. And right there I just showed you with the lever open, halfway, and close. And then right here I'm using the same bald trimmer that I used to make that guideline to get rid of that line that was kind of dark right there and lighten it up a little bit. And then here I'm taking my bald trimmers and starting with it closed, going up a little bit, and then open it halfway, and then going it up halfway, and then the lever all the way open and going just to where I put that guideline, and then going back with it, the lever halfway open, just going over it again, and then closed and using the corner of the blade to make it blend a little bit better, so it looks clean. And then over here I'm using the half guard, same thing, starting with the lever closed and just getting rid of that little guideline, and then going halfway open, and then going about halfway towards my next guideline, and then open fully, and then it's like about halfway, 1/2 inch up from that. And then over here I am using the 1.5 guard to do the same thing I did, starting at that guideline, and then halfway open, going up halfway, and then lever fully open, going just to where that you'll see right there. I know this all sounds confusing, but if you kind of watch my first video, I explained it. I know the voiceover was kind of muffled and all that, but you can still understand, I believe. And then right here I took the number 1 guard and I started with the number 1 guard open, and I'm just using the corner to blend at that first guideline, and then I'm gonna go work downwards, so halfway open for the lever, and then blend it, and then all the way close and blend it. And then I'm working down towards the half guard here, started with it open just like I did with the number 1 guard, and blending that as well. This is all me just using my corner of the blade, not really digging too much deep into it, but just to blend it enough, see how it's turning out, looking cleaner. And then halfway, and then closed. And then right here I'm showing you I'm using my thinning shears, so I kind of hold it differently with the little rough edges facing up, so that way when I'm combing the hairs up, I'm slowly blending it in a way, just to make it look clean. See how it's turning out right there? So comb up, and then you kind of cut using the tip of the thinning shears, if that makes sense. So right there you can see the blend, it's making it look cleaner. Alright, and now just kind of taking the 1 guard again and kind of blending it, working from starting all the way open to halfway to close, and blending kind of the dark areas right there. If you can see that, only using corners, just remember that. And then I'm taking my liners here, my trimmers, and for me I usually like to create that line up already just from the corner or from the side that I work with, because I don't know, to me it just kind of makes it look better, and to kind of get a feel of what you're looking at, and if you need to blend anything else, that's just the way I do it, honestly. And now I'm going to fast forward. Next I'm going to the back and then working my way to the other side. So yeah, I'm just gonna let you guys watch it, and kind of did the same thing, same steps from the back and then to the other side. So just keep watching. Alright, and now I am combing his hair forward and to the side a little bit, so that way I can kind of knock off that excessive hair on the side that's kind of sticking out when he kind of combs it forward. This is for a crop top, so I'm going to show you guys what I usually do as well to create texture on top. But right now I'm using the scissor over comb to take out that excessive hair, kind of just to give it more of a clean look and to make it pop nicely. So I'm going all the way around. It's pretty simple when you do scissor over comb, and you can just see how cleaner it makes it look. Look at that right there. So you can see the difference when you take out and cut the excessive hair hanging out. Yeah, that looks good right there. Alright, again, right here I am combing the hair forward. I believe this is for the texture part. And yeah, so I'm taking my scissors and I'm cutting it forward. Starting from the back, doing it forward diagonally. If that makes sense, you can see right there. I don't really have the best scissors in the world, so usually the nice scissors are able to glide through the hair, but me, I gotta like kind of not cut all the way, but cut enough just to cut a little bit of hair off. Just, you know, imagine like if it was gliding, but like I said again, my scissors are not that good, but you know, I make it work. So, and then I started from one direction, from the back to the front, and then the other direction, so that makes sense. And then right here I'm taking my straight razor and over my comb, and just starting from the back, going to the front, and then going down the middle, and then work my way to the left, as you can see, and then the far side right there. So I'm removing not too much hair, but just enough to kind of add that texture to it. And then I'm going to the right middle, and then all the way to the right side. So you'll see later how much texture this can bring. So right now I'm drying his hair for you to be able to see the texture of the hair. See that I'm drying it and kind of making it look messy, and you can kind of see the texture already, but the more it dries out, the more texture it'll bring out. So, and then yeah, so I'm combing it forward, and usually with the crop tops you want to use not regular hair gel, but powder gel, which is I'm using right there, kind of just putting it on his head. And so this one I'm just going to use the fingertips of my hand to just kind of, yeah, make it look messy crop top. And look at that texture, it's turning out nice and clean. So like I said in the beginning, he didn't want a line up on his front, but just the corners, which is right there, that side, and then the other side. So I am using my straight razor to just make it pop and clean all that little hair that's, you know, that the trimmer or the liners wasn't able to get, and that side as well. So look at that, it's popping more than what the liners did to it. All right, and this is the cut Look at him checking himself out in the mirror, looking fresh. And I'm gonna spin him one more time so you get the full look of the haircut. And right there, that the alcohol aftershave smells good. Make you feel even more fresh.
Hey guys, thank you for watching JL Mix. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the man up if you need the fresh cut. Thanks for watching. Peace.